Understand how important this is right here. Are you ready?
Nobody's even close. You want to know who your friends are in life? Your friends are the one around you when there's no longer a dollar to be made off you.
It's not about money. It's certainly not about revenue. It's about impacting people.
The fire in this business, the fire in your team rolls from the bottom up. It's about living life on your terms. It's about being able to meet family needs. It's about being able to help people.
The day you think you know it all and the day you think you're better than anyone in this room is the day you're heading out the door. Yeah, I want le-vel to be your vehicle to do something special, but if it's not le-vel, just go do something special. You are a part of a company that's going to f***ing crush it.
So whatever your goals are, get about something, be about something. You help a lot of people get where they want to go first. And then as a result, you get what you want. Who's ready to try it?
Hello? Oh, man. Hello. Hey, Janet. Hey, Lynn. Hi, Harper. I need to quit saying, I just can't get it out of my system. I have, I've synced up my phone to my board so that I won't have to hold it up to my microphone this time. I don't know why I didn't think of that last week, but here we are. I guess we have enough time. I just didn't want it to be like, I don't think it'll fill up. I also added an extra foot onto my microphone, which seems to be better for everyone involved. Hello, Lisa. We are snooping on the corporate call that Jason Camper does, his leadership lunch, where he yells at us for 30 minutes and we're supposed to be grateful for it. I don't really think that's what it's about, but that's what happens. Let me just, for safety reasons. Hey, D. Let me log into this call just so that we don't, it doesn't fill up. Okay, I'm calling in on my phone. 605. Should I dial a 1? 313 5169.
Is outside of your plan and will incur a 1 cent per minute charge if you continue.
Great.
You can hang up now to avoid the charge.
This service is provided in high definition by freeconferencecallhd.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign.
137907 pound.
Access code accepted. Muted.
Okay, did y'all hear that? What's up, Melissa? Yeah, I'm like on the opposite end of the spectrum. If y'all heard the buttons pressing, then we're good. The sound's coming through. It says it's coming through from the Bluetooth end on my board, but you know what happens here. Lee can watch another video. I'm revved up, just finished listening to an Autumn Calabrese angry rant on Cheryl's channel. Oh, shit. Hey, Melissa! I know I just responded to you, but I wasn't like, hey, Melissa. Let's go to YouTube. Jason Camper's a whole moment. Here we go. Oh, I have an overlay. Don't I? Jason Camper corporate call overlay. We're going to put this up when the call is actually live. Hello. Yes, lunchtime stream. And the nice phone lady. Excellent. So I guess I forgot that my phone Bluetooths with my board. So I didn't have to hold it up last week. But, I mean, if you don't have a board, that's how you can do it. We have a few minutes, so we're going to watch Jason Camper shit. Jason Camper. Let me share my display. I don't want to share sound. I want to... Window. Here we go. All right. Let's just find another Jason Camper 2-minute deal. Jason Camper lifts the curtain.
le-vel's new instant delivery powder technology, it starts absorbing immediately once in the mouth and then sequentially thereafter. This immediate delivery technology does not solely rely on the stomach or the intestines, resulting in much higher bioavailability and absorption. So
Where are your
this
sources?
technology is not like just any normal powder, meaning you can't just rip open, activate, drop it in your mouth, and it starts absorbing in your mouth. It actually has to go through the stomach to then get to the bloodstream. These powders are specifically engineered to enter the bloodstream and carry the formula and the ingredients right then, right? So it's a super fast absorption period. Obviously, the remainder of the formula you are going to swallow, and therein lies the sequential delivery step in that form right there. But the
Sir? So I don't remember what Jason Camper has a degree in. We'll just keep playing it. I know I'm being awful. I'm just gonna make sure I'm muted. She said we were muted, but you can't be too careful. Here we go. Here we go.
bulk of the formula is dissolved and absorbed almost immediately. Thermogenesis is the primary way our body burns calories and produces heat as it burns fat. The ingredients and heat are formulated to boost this fat incinerating process through its precise synergistic combination of nutrients and botanicals. What's really cool about the technology itself and about the product
recording
line
has started.
is where we can take it in the future.
Oh God. There's
Hey, happy Monday, Thrivers. This is Liz Ruth, Executive Director of Digital Marketing here at le-vel, and I have Cliff Gallagher on the line, and we wanted to just kind of open up this call.
I
and
thought it
talk
was Jason
to you
Camper
guys about
talking.
some of the things that are going on in the company right now. Hey, Cliff, how are you?
I'm well, Liz. How is your Monday afternoon going so far?
So far so good. I am playing a lot of catch up, and let me tell you why. I went last week to Denver to the Gaylord Rockies to do a walkthrough and have a lot of planning meetings about Thrive Palooza. So
That's awesome. I saw some of your posts and was wondering where you're at until you let it through. So how was it? How's the atmosphere there?
Oh my gosh, I know
Hey,
we love
Auntie
the Gaylord
Scamantha.
Texan, and we've done the event there, a couple times, but
And I can't pause it because it's live, so just heads up.
is going to be our best event ever. And I say that like having gone to many Thrive Paloozas and been involved in many Thrive Paloozas, but this year just the level like of professionalism, the production, the location, being right there, and you can see downtown Denver, in the distance, like from the convention center, and just like all of the wonderful things that we have planned this year are just going to be next level. And
Next
I feel
level,
like our
next level,
speakers
next
this year
level.
are just going to be terrific, and we have new opportunities for training this year for everybody. If you're thinking about going, I just really encourage everybody to go ahead and get that premier ticket or VIP ticket, because you'll get the additional trainings that are on Friday. That those are going to be just fire. Like, you don't want to miss them. And we actually this week we have our promotions. You get your promo codes that expires on Friday. So if you guys are thinking about buying your ticket, haven't bought your ticket yet, once you get your Tuesday commission check, Take some of that money, get your Thrive-Palooza ticket, because this is an event you do not want to miss.
Thank
And
you for
right now,
liking the
it's best time
stream.
to get your ticket because you can take advantage of that early ticket bonus.
No, I'm super excited too. I think you and the events team have done an amazing job at coordinating some speakers that we haven't seen before that are really, they've got some great stories to tell. And,
Do they?
for me, taking notes, it's one of those, I love listening to other people's experiences and life changing moments to see, what can you use to do that to pull into your
I've got my
everyday
juice
working
box.
life, everyday personal life. So no, it should be a great time. We haven't been out of Texas in a while. We haven't been back
Hey,
together
Denise.
as a huge team in a while. So this is that reconnecting and sharing and fun opportunity that we don't usually get to do. But no, it's super exciting, and I'm looking forward to it and getting back together with everyone on the teams. So
Yes, and speaking of getting back together, we are getting a lot of Thrive Elite Launch Party events.
Is the sound loud enough for y'all for on the phone call?
To, get into, and people are starting to meet together again. And I feel like that is the kind of momentum and excitement and just community feel that we need in the company right now. I think that, I know like this business is built on personal stories and connecting with people. And I think the more that we get those going, the better. And, if you're on this call,
I thought that businesses were supposed to be built on good products that actually worked. Oh, I must be so wrong.
Leaders who have done that. So check that out. But I think the power of getting together.
I'm trying to turn it up.
Going to really send the business in a new direction this year.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing as I've been reaching out and talking with a bunch of our leaders over the last couple of weeks and such. And it's pulling the teams back together, getting the band back. There's nothing better than being out there in front of people. I love Zooms, and Zooms are a good way to get stuff done, and so are three-way calls. But when you're physically with new customers or with your team, the magic that happens is amazing. So, and Elite has been able to pull this together like it was when Classic was first launched over 10 years ago. So, no, it's just seeing some of the stories that are posted about it. It's game changing. And so, as you said, if you haven't looked in your cloud office, find that spot, go see the events that are registered, log your own in there, and get going on it.
Okay.
This is an opportunity you don't want to miss out on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just, kind of everybody focusing on getting people on Thrive, right? GPOT, get people on Thrive. I think that's just, we're in the right season. We have the right product. You've got the right training available right now. So I just feel like this is a magical time for the company. Just so much excitement and so many wonderful, wonderful opportunities for our promoters right now.
Well, yeah, and that speaks to what Jason was speaking about last time. It's getting your mindset right. It's getting, it's resetting that clock. It's getting everything ready to go at the beginning of the year, which everybody likes to do. And he hit heavily on that last week. And so I think that kind of leads into, Jason, I know you're on, is what
Jason
we want to
here.
discuss this week as well, too. All right, now that you've got the right mindset, how do we do this? And so, I don't want to take any more time. I know people want to hear from you on this.
I'm just living
when
dangerously.
You're ready, just, take it and run, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for kicking off the call. Good to hear y'all's voices. Always, we got a big Monday in front of us, another new week, still in January, still kicking 2023 off. And we've got hundreds and hundreds of people on this line listening. So welcome to this lunchtime leadership call. And Cliff is right. If you were on last week's call was really a meeting of the minds in terms of getting your headset right, your mindset right, getting your train of thought correct. If you look at what it takes to be successful as a thriver, as a promoter, or what does it take to be successful as an attorney or a doctor or a real estate agent, we talked about principles of getting your mind right? And that the game starts in between the ears. And we talked about successful people are those people that they're very determined individuals. They have a lot of desire
to go and achieve what they want in life. They're not just talking the game, they're working the game, right? And then we talked a lot about dedication. We called it the 3Ds. Those were principles that I use to anchor my life. That anytime things are not going the way I'd like them to go, I go back to my 3Ds and I make sure that my life is anchored and I'm doing everything that I can, everything that I can control.
This is le-vel. So it's le-vel. They I think it's le-vel Thrive or something like that, but they have the people who stick the patches on themselves. That's this company.
That's certainly where you start, but then we also have to look on the non-emotional side. So what we talked about last week, I would call the emotional side of the business, right? It's how you're thinking. It's how you're feeling about what's going on. It's what you're passionate about. It's your goals. It's what you're focused on. It's what
Sonia.
you're dreaming about. And then today we're going to talk about the technical side. So not the mentality side of the business, but the technicality side of the business. What is the roadmap that you follow? What are you actually doing? What are we doing to go be successful? What are we doing to have the action that we want to be, that we need to have in our business, the action that we need to be taking to make sure we're headed in the direction that our emotions are wanting us to go, right? Like we talked about last week. And so we've got some really good stuff on this call. I'm going to go through a couple bullet points that you want to write down. Never leave a call like this to your memory, right? If there's something that somebody can tell you or share with you in your life that is going to move the needle, do you want to forget it or do you want to apply it? I mean, it just makes, I get it. We're all busy. I'm sitting in my car doing this call right now. We're all busy, but at some point you want to notate things that are going to be impactful in your life. You know, Liz or Cliff or myself, we may say something on this call that just clicks.
Does
it?
It
may not be rocket science, but it's someone said it the particular way to really resonate for you in your life. And so always, anytime you get on these types of calls, you want to take notes. And if you're on social media today, which I know you are because it's 2023 and every human being is on social media, if there's something said on this call, share it on social media with hashtag LV leadership call, right? So let's get some cool stuff circulating.
Resonate is not a word. Resonate's a word.
About what's shared on this call. But I want to share a few things that I'm seeing right now that's working at a very, very high level. And where I'm seeing it working is in a small section of the company, I would say. And where I'm excited and why I'm excited, among a lot of things, is it's like not rocket science. And I see this getting applied company wide, and I see sales, and I see your momentum, and I see your teams growing substantially as a result of it. So what's working right now, and what do we need to be thinking about? Well, let me tell you what's working for a team in kind of the southern region of the United States. And this team is kicking, pardon my French, I'm just excited, they're kicking ass on their elite launch calls, okay? And you've heard us talking, you've heard Liz talking, you've heard corporate talking about get your elite launch events planned. And I want to clarify what that really means, because that could mean a lot of things. That could mean you hosting a launch party in your city with a lot of promoters that are already involved, and you're kind of getting everybody together and everybody's excited. And while that is always good, and there's never a negative in getting people together, let me talk about the elite launch calls that are driving sales, driving momentum, driving new customers, driving new promoters, okay? And here is exactly what these leaders are doing and how you can do it starting today. So let's say I'm a promoter in le-vel, and let's say I have my two newest promoters. We're going to call them, for easy reference here, Cliff and Liz. Cliff and Liz are my two newest promoters that I have in my personally enrolled level. And I call it Cliff and Liz, and I say, guys, listen, we need to get your business kicked off. You're excited. You're brand new.
Oh, never mind.
Salivating looking at those VIP bonuses.
I was looking on Resignate or hold on. Resignate. Resonate is a word, but they were saying that resignate and resonate aren't synonyms. A resignate is an incorrect form that has no meaning or purpose. But I'm just looking at a grammar website. Maybe it was way wrong. Hold on.
Yeah. We're either going to do a call or a Zoom. It doesn't matter. One of the two are going to work. And you're going to invite 4 to 8 of your best friends on this call. Your best girlfriends, whoever
it's still not saying
that
it's a
you
word.
think wants to hear about the greatest weight loss nutritional system that's just launched called Elite. And we're going to do a 15-minute presentation. I'm going to share. All you got to do is bring the people. I'm going to share
What's up, Karina?
my experience with the company, my experience with the Thrive Experience, my experience with Elite. You're going to share about your Elite experience thus far. We're going to talk about the promoter opportunity that we're looking for promoters to help us launch this system all across the country. We're going to talk about Refer To, get your product for free. And we're going to talk about the promoter opportunity. They can either...
This is le-vel. I'll put a little scrolling thing at the bottom so people know what we're doing.
Promoter choice is theirs, whatever they want to do. But you just bring 4 to 8 of your best friends. And I'm going to bring the credibility and validation of Thrive, the company, the products, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So we do this call. It takes 15, 20 minutes, this call or Zoom. I tell them at the end of it to get back with the person that got them on this call to get their account created for free. We hang up, and Cliff and Liz start going to work on closing sales. They're following up with their 4 to 8 friends they just had on this Zoom or this call. They're potentially calling me for 3-way phone calls. Hey, Susie was on the call. She's super fired up. She has a couple questions. Can you chat with her? Absolutely. Let's get her on the phone. And so we are seeing this concept working at a very, very high level, and we're seeing it work very fast, which we all know the secret to this business is the speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. So what we just went through, anybody listening on this call could do, can do, and should be doing, right? And if you're not, go do it and watch what starts happening in your business, because you do one call tonight, you get your frontline people to bring the invites, and they have all those new people. Here comes an influx of new customers, new promoters, and then you get on the phone and you say, hey, brand new promoters that just signed up with Cliff and Liz, we're going to be doing the same call tomorrow night or Thursday night or whenever. You now bring your 4-8. You see what I'm saying? This thing starts to compound. You have people hitting bonuses. You have people chasing after ranks, and you have new blood entering your business, getting on the Elite experience, sharing the Elite experience. You've got new blood, new duplication. And so when we say get your Elite calls, launch calls, and events popping off, that is specifically one of the things we're talking to. And so while those are new kickoff calls designed to drive new business, new orders, new customers, new promoters, there's also the events of kind of getting the whole team huddled up, which those are awesome. We're seeing a lot of Elite launch. I'd call those kind of rallies, right? You're bringing the whole team together on a big Zoom or a big in-person meeting or whatever. All of them are great. Kudos to any of you that have already done them and you're planning them, but get with these Elite launch calls or Zooms, whatever you want to do, and use the power of this 15-minute presentation, 20-minute presentation, where there's new bodies on this call or Zoom specifically looking to hear about the Elite experience, weight loss, weight management, and you're sharing the power of the product. You're sharing the power of the company, the power of the brand promoter opportunity, and you're seeing new blood entering your business. That's exactly what you want to be doing. Second leadership tip and topic of the day, which falls in line with what we were just talking about. Write this one down. Sharing the experience versus training promoters. Okay, so this is something that gets asked about a lot, and it's a great question. And the question usually is asked in the form of balance. if I'm growing my business, if my team is small, if my team is medium, if my team is large, what's kind of the proper balance? How much sharing and presenting of the experience in the product line should we be doing versus training and getting already enrolled promoters together, right? What's kind of the best balance? And there's really not a black and white answer.
It was something
but
off
I
screen.
can tell you the black and white.
I was trying to find a le-vel promoter doing this call that they're talking about, but I haven't found one yet. I just found one talking about mental health and le-vel.
Okay. You never want to get lopsided. You never want to truly tip the scale on one side or the other. And I'll give you a couple examples that I'm talking about. So if all you did all day long was just run around training people, which is great. I'm not saying training is wrong at all. We're doing a training right now. I am talking about moderation and balance, though. So follow and stay with me on this topic. If you just did nonstop training, kind of mother hen stuff, where you're just constantly rallying the promoters and you're trying to give them education, and you kind of fall off on
Celeste.
the team sharing the experience and presenting Thrive, the experience, Elite, the brand promoter opportunity with new bodies, your pipeline really starts to dry up because all your time and energy, you've tipped the scale on the training, kind of the huddle up, the rally side, where you're constantly just talking to promoters that are already involved. And then on the other side of the scale, you don't want to completely tip to where all you're doing is sell, share.
This is so boring.
Which is great, right? You've got a ton of new bodies coming in. You've got a lot of people
cool, Celeste.
getting on Thrive. You've got a lot of new account creation, but then you kind of have like a revolving door. You're throwing in a lot of people into your pipeline, which is great, but you're really not giving them the attention, the time needed to educate them, equip them on what they need to go do to be successful, what's next. And so,
what I don't understand?
They're coming in, they're also kind of falling.
I don't know why everyone continues to use being a mom, like mother hen, whatever, as a derogatory way to describe a behavior that they don't want. Because moms keep people safe, and what the hell are you doing, like using it as a way to degrade a behavior?
What would I be doing? What am I trying to see? I'm trying to be a little more top heavy on the sharing side of the experience, right? We have got to have new blood coming into the business, period. 101. That's every industry out there. I'm sitting in a Cadillac
you made pizza? That
Escalade
sounds
right
great.
now. Can Cadillac stop selling vehicles and only service the ones they've already sold? No, that would be a unhealthy business model. Can they only sell new models and new product and not service them? No, that would be unhealthy, right? So it is a balance. You can't just service already existing promoters and not sell and bring in new blood, new customers, new.
I like that he's comparing people to a product when his company sells a product. And I don't get it.
I'd like to see you a little top heavy on presenting, right? And a good way to go about it and think about it is at the end of every pay period, which was last night. Our pay periods are Monday through Sunday, and then every calendar month we have 2 pay periods. A Sunday night at midnight, bam, 1 week has now ended. You wake up Monday morning, and when you look at that previous week in the rear, were there presentations happening? Were there experiences being shared? Were there people getting on the product? Were there people getting presented about Elite? What type of environment was going on in your team and your culture? Was it one of strictly training and servicing existing customers and promoters, or was it also a division of sales, if you will? There were calls going on to present the Thrive experience to new people. There were Zooms, there were this, there were that. There were new people hearing about Thrive and Elite for the first time.
This sounds like he needs more people in his company because their numbers aren't doing so well. I'm just saying so. Or I'm just saying that.
These 15, 20-minute elite launch calls where your newest promoters are bringing 4 to 8 people to hear
Dave,
about
what's
elite
up?
and le-vel and this new incredible weight management system that's kicking off and how they can participate, share, and build residual income as a result of this launch. We want that to be happening a lot in your teams, right? That's what's got to be firing off. Bam, 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 bam. You've got to be sharing the experience. You've got to be sharing Thrive. You've got to be sharing Elite with new people as much, if not a little more, as the time as you're spending educating, servicing, and training already existing customers and promoters. Okay, so we've got to be very mindful on that. Never get lopsided one side or the other. And remember, always tend to be a little bit more top heavy on creating an environment where new people are hearing about Thrive in your team for the first time. That means planning kickoff calls. That means harnessing and bolting on to the corporate calendar of events, whatever you need to do, getting with your upline leaders if you're brand new to say, hey, what calls are going on? How can I plug in new people to a system that's going to share and talk about the experience, right? Something that we're doing right now, and do not wait for us to bring this out, because you guys on this phone, there are some incredible leaders on this phone call, but we're working on, we don't know the official name of it just yet, but let's call it the le-vel Promoter Playbook, right? We're working on a PDF, which is a playbook of what to do. You create your account for free. You go after VIP bonuses. You get your 2 referrals for free product. This is how you start your business. This is what you do. This is the path to run on. You host these calls. You do this. You do that. Wow. This is exactly, quote, what you go do, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever it is. We're putting a playbook together, which is a simplified PDF that shows exactly what to go do.
But shouldn't their promoters be doing that? Don't they already have something like that?
Joining this lunchtime leadership call, I've got to think that you're either already a leader or you're an aspiring leader on your path to being a leader, and whatever the case is. Do you currently have an environment for people to succeed? Right? What would your team say if they were asked the question, what do you do to be successful in this company? How do you think your team would answer that? And what do you think they would say? Well, here's what you do. And is there an environment? Hear me closely on this one, guys. Is there an environment for your team to thrive in? An environment. What does an environment mean? An environment means you as the leader are putting together a calendar of events, an environment.
You're breaking up, dude.
For building your own culture for new promoters to simply plug into. That's all a new promoter should ever be expected to do. They are brand new. They don't know anything about anything because they are simply brand new. They are busy. They're probably a mom or a father. They've got a zillion things going on. And if you're expecting them to be some PhD and some guru salesperson and just go magically kick butt all over the world, it's not going to happen. What you do want is you want to have an environment for these people to succeed in where they just simply bring their people. They plug their people in. They're excited. It's a plug and play atmosphere, environment. Do you have that? Do you create that? If you're 40K and up, what are your new people doing? Are you creating an environment for them to succeed in? And if not, it's okay, but you have to correct it immediately. If you're 80K, 200K, and somebody was asked the question, what does your team as a whole think they are supposed to do to go be successful? Well, you'd probably say, well, I think they're supposed to post a lot on social media and, they're supposed to share the product, maybe kick out some samples to
fake
some
it till
people.
you make it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. But where can they bring somebody to hear about Elite for the first time? Are there three-way phone calls going on? How many times is your phone ringing for a three-way phone call? Do you have elite launch calls scheduled and planned that are happening? Like, do you have a plug-and-play system? And if not, you got to get one very quickly, because that's something we kind of see is we see people that are either leaders that are either very organized or leaders that are just kind of hoping their team kind of gets it together and kind of hoping their team just you guys kind of go figure it out. Best of luck. You're going to do well. I know you will.
What
You
the
don't
hell's
wanna
this
be
call?
that leader. You want to be one that is putting an effort in to create an environment to succeed, along with the environment that we corporately are creating.
That sounds awful.
All right, let's keep moving here on some of these notes. I want to talk to you real quickly about, I mean, I cannot tell you how blatantly important the VIP model is, right? And I feel like sometimes we get away from it, not intentionally, not because, we're disregarding how important it is. I think there's just
Why is
so
he
much
saying
going
we?
on that we get away from it accidentally. And when you think about,
He's not recruiting people, so why is he saying we? Why wouldn't he just say y'all?
to get to 12K, why did somebody go to 200K? Guys, the volume runs from the bottom up. Okay, the fire in your fireplace burns.
The volume runs from the bottom up. Tell us more about this freaking pyramid, sir.
Okay, you need a churn of VIP bonuses happening at the bottom. You want to go to 200K, you need to have a lot of churn of a lot of people having success, getting started in the business. And if you don't have a churn right now of VIPs happening in your business, you have got to get it. It is the number one thing that you have to go do. And a good way to get it happening is to get these elite launch calls, elite launch events with brand new people coming to hear about the elite weight management system backed by a multi-billion-dollar brand called le-vel, right? A good way to get it happening is by presenting to brand new people who then start ordering product, who then start chasing bonuses, and you fuel that fire, and you start having all this momentum start popping of all these brand new people hitting these bonuses, winning in le-vel in their first few days, getting excited, getting fired up, which leads to more elite kickoff calls, which leads to more three-way calls, which leads to more VIP promoters, which leads to 12Ks, which leads to everything. The fuel in the car, the fuel in your business are these
he
VIP
did say with his whole
bonuses and
chest.
promoters. I'm telling you, period. You will not have a successful business if you don't have this churning. It is the secret sauce, okay? So what have we been focused on this month? We've been focused on upgrading.
You will not have a successful business if you don't keep up that churning, meaning you know that you're going to be losing people from your mid to lower tiers, and you have to keep pulling them in so that you can rank up. Holy shit.
Come on that. We told you. I said very clear, we have a lot of things planned. I wish I could just
I told
share
you.
them with
I
all
told
at once.
you.
Elite was the first one. Wait till we drop a bomb on you this week. You need to act like double fast starts are still in play. You need to act like rank advancement bonuses are in play. Yes, I said that. You need to act like double fast starts are still in play.
What
You need to
an
act like
a-hole.
rank advancement
Hey, Christina.
bonuses are in play. You need to act like we're about to come out with some crazy stuff on the comp plan that you've never seen before. You need to act like everything is about to happen. That's the type of action you should be taking right now in your business, because you want it that badly. You're willing to not only talk about it, but you're willing to put in the work on it. Okay? And you're building a system everyone can follow, right? That is very, very important. I just hit on that, but I want to say it again. You need to make sure in your team, it's not up to corporate, it's not up to your sponsor, it's up to you as the leader. What is the system? What is the roadmap? What are the simple 1, 2, 3 steps that anybody
You're breaking up, my guy.
if a brand new promoter enters your business and they look at you and they say, what do I do next? What do I do? What are you telling them? What is the system that everybody can follow in your team? Last but not least, before I flip this back to Cliff and Liz,
That's
for some
them.
great comments. They've got some great dialogue They're going to share with you from their end. But I want to leave you with a last leadership tip for this lunchtime call. There is something, we're going to get back to the emotional side of the business for a second. So we just got through talking for 29 minutes about the technicality side of this business, the technical side, the actionables. What do I do? How does my team follow it? What are they duplicating? What is the system? What is the environment for success? What are we doing to present Thrive for the first time? What are these events we're creating, right? We're making sure we're presenting to new people for the first time just as much and a little bit more than we're actually training existing promoters and customers, right? We went through all of that over the last 29 minutes. I want to leave you with a emotional tip, meaning in between your ears, something to think about. This is more of the emotional side of the business, not technical. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen some of the smartest and sharpest leaders, not only in our business, but just through me meeting people in life, right? And I cannot tell you one of the number one things that hinders these people in their lives, and it's called self-limiting beliefs.
Oh my God, shut up.
I cannot tell you again how many times I've been with an amazing leader, and what comes out of his or her mouth is something to the tune of, well, I don't do that or this because people don't listen to me, right? That is a self-limiting belief.
No.
Okay?
That's a consequence of not being a good speaker and developing a bad culture on your team. What are you talking about?
Insecurity about what they perceive, right? They think people don't listen to them. Well, if you think you're going to fail, you're probably right. If you think you're going to succeed, you're also probably right.
Oh my God.
If you think people don't listen to you, people probably aren't going to listen to you, right? You are a nature of you're an example of your own thoughts and your own perception, right? Of course.
Oh my God.
If you don't think you're good enough, nobody else is going to think you're good enough. People are the greatest sense of emotions, right? It's like, if you've ever spent any time with horses, a horse can tell what you're thinking. A horse can tell if you're scared, they're going to be scared. A horse can tell if you're calm, they're calm.
What?
A horse can sense
somewhat,
what you're
but not
sensing.
It's different than that. It's more complex than that.
Radars of our own, and I can tell instantly if somebody's trying to BS me, lie to me, if they're trying to, pull something over my eye, if they're confident, if they're not, if they're making eye contact, if they're not.
Why would we want to make eye contact with creepy people? Or someone who gives, I'm not going to look someone in the eye that I have a bad vibe about. I won't.
Probably a reflection of something you have going on in your life. So one, let's correct the self-limiting beliefs. And then two, if there's a reason people don't like you, want to listen to you or follow you, you need to go correct the reason, right? It's probably something that you're doing in life for some, reason that is turning people off, for lack of better words. But what I have seen over my years,
scamming people is turning people off,
building teams, being a leader myself, I see so many talented, amazing people that simply don't think they are good enough. And it drives me crazy. And it's like, sometimes
it drives me crazy because it means less dollars in my pocket. Okay, got it.
They have more reasons to point at. They have the biggest teams. They have the biggest paychecks. They're attractive. They're this. They're that. It's like everything that you would point.
I like that the first thing that he brought up, not that they were qualified, but that they were attractive. Oh my God.
Attractive, and them themselves don't think they're a leader for some reason, or don't think that people listen to them. You've got to correct self-limiting beliefs. You have got to think you are good enough. You have got to think you are worthy enough for success, that you are worthy enough to be a leader. You have got to think that you, as you are, you've got to be you. You've got to love you. You've got to admire you. You've got to want to be you. You've got to appreciate that you are different, that you have skills that other people don't, that you are unique. and you've got to love that. You've got to appreciate it, and you've got to know you are good enough before anyone else is going to think you are good enough yourself.
Incorrect.
So eliminate self-limiting
It's more
beliefs
complex than
today
that.
to be a better leader. Build a team that's going to have the proper environment to succeed. We've got to get back to presenting more than we are training. We've got to kick off these elite launch calls. Go replicate this system that a group in the company is being highly successful on.
Shut
Let's
up.
continue to kick butt. Be watching this week for what we're going to do. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. Expect like we're going to pull all the cards out right now. Be working your businesses like double fast starts are in play. Be working your businesses
What
like
an asshole.
rank advance.
But they're not in play right now, so why would they do the work, the extra work, when they're not getting rewarded for it?
It is on the line. At some point, you're going to have to push all your chips in. Go be the badass, pardon my French, promoter that you were meant to be, leader that you were meant to be. You are good enough. You are worthy enough. But you've got to start chasing it. You've got to start pursuing it. So start today. Thank you so much for this leadership call. I'm going to kick it to my good partners in crime, Liz and Cliff, for their
Not
dialogue.
again.
And have a great day, and we'll see you on the announcements later this week. Liz and Cliff, please take it away. Thank you.
Wow. Talk about
She can't even tell the truth.
And I anyway,
She doesn't-
I kind of like get chills where Jason's like giving it to us at the end there, getting everybody like all fired up. Like I feel fired up.
No one else does.
I think like for me, like the biggest thing like from this call and, getting your mindset right is also like, just keep it simple. Like keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Remember that like duplication in this business and getting people on Thrive is very simple. It's set up that way, if you go back to your customers, like, are your customers thriving for free? Can you provide your customers with 2 free samples to, the thrivesample.com still works. Provide your customers with 2
What a
free samples that
liar.
they can get their friends on Thrive. I would say like just focus on those simple things that are gonna help you achieve your goals. So those income producing activities that are so easy to do, but also so easy not to do.
Yeah, Liz, I'm super excited. And I think you can hear the excitement in Jason's voice on this. I'm glad he was parked doing this. If not, he's probably doing 200 miles an hour down the road at this point. But it truly comes down to, like you said, keeping it simple. Right now with the double QB that's going and with Elite being part of those upgrade packages, what a better way to get samples out the door. I think everyone I've spoken to over the last couple of weeks has said they have seen more past customers and past promoters, these dormant accounts that were sitting there, come back online when they saw Elite and just say, what is this? What's happening? So let's take the speed that the Elite is pushing out there and continue with it. Everybody's interested. You want the best weight loss system around? Here you go. And you already knew what it was from the beginning because we built upon it. So keeping it simple, getting the refer to. And
it's not Thrive.
It's a key first step for new promoters coming online. I think people sometimes miss out on that one, but how do you thrive for free? How do you get credits to use to give to promoters that you want to get under your team going? Refer to. That is the biggest, first thing you could almost do after creating your first account is getting people going underneath you on that. And then, from there, VIP 400, VIP 800, VIP 1600. Those are the stepping stones to get everybody towards 4K, get you to 12K and get that auto elite bonus. Don't miss out on those. Those are you've got a short period of time, but they're so easy to get. And they put some good cash into your hands at that point as well. So, get with your uplines and find those elite launch calls and get them going. And if you don't know what to do, ask your upline. They'll show you the right way to do it, or join Liz and her team on our Tuesdays and Thursdays calls. There's tons of great information that you can pull from there. And I think Jason said it best when he said, you got to love yourself on this. And, there's no right way. There's no wrong way.
What's the fucking point of having someone on your call if you're just going to repeat what all they said in 40 minutes in the last 10 minutes?
I've got 10 things I know Jason wants, and he's about to get them all right now because he's fired us up at this point.
It's not fired up.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to do a little plug. We're doing a fast start training on Wednesday on Facebook Live. So join us there, you guys. And like Cliff said, every Tuesday, Thursday, we've got calls and we've got Zooms happening that are led by different teams. So utilize that to get that third-party validation and make sure you're plugging your customers and your new promoters into that system. So even if they aren't able to jump on a three-way chat or three-way call, that they can get people hearing Thrive experience stories, because that's really the power in our business and of our products. So I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I know you are too, Cliff. So I'm ready to say goodbye. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Say no. Say no.
I just want to hit on the double QV. You know, we've got Miami coming up, and there's quite a few of you all that are so close to going that. Use this opportunity. Close out January strong. We got a couple rooms left, and I want to see everyone there. So, you know, don't take your foot off the gas. Let's push it through the end of the month, because I know what Jason's going to launch for us here and Paul shortly is going to be amazing. So, you know, keep going, keep pushing, and we'll see you guys soon.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Is that it?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. What did we just listen to? Look at what they said. So, did you hear that they said, like, oh, just share the product and stop getting caught up in teaching? Look at this. Many brand promoters are generous with their time and care about mentoring the next group of people working their businesses. So which is it? Do you want them to stay busy getting in front of new people, or are they supposed to be training the brand promoters underneath them? Which one is it? Do you not even remember what you've written on your own website? This is what I can't stand, is being one position and then writing about a completely different position. I just don't get it. So, this is 51 minutes of our life we'll never get back. I hope y'all get to take a nap. Eat a snack, hydrate, take care of yourself. Thrive seems to fly under the radar a little bit, but they seem to be, doing some damage on their end. And the things that they have patches, they have drinks, they have all this stuff, and you'll see them. They normally put their patches in really visible places so people will ask them questions. I could go for a frozen drink right now. Yeah, a frozen drink with something extra added in it. That's for darn sure. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm not gonna keep dragging us through the mud with this one. Jason. Every time Jason talks, it's like, what? I will catch y'all on the next live stream, and I'm probably gonna try to look at their fast start training on Facebook on Wednesday too. I don't know if this is helpful for y'all. I know some people are still in Thrive, and why is the screen still up? So we're gonna look at it. Thanks for hanging out, and I already have my CPAP on. Love that for you, Sherry. Thank y'all for hanging out. I will see you next time. Oh wait, I don't have my outro. Okay, goodbye.